Fire Captain went from collapsing at his own retirement party, bleeding out of his manhood, to discovering an ancient Eastern formula that reverses your prostate enlargement in as little as 30 days. This sickening story will fill you with rage as you discover how Big Pharma's prostate drugs cost thousands, yet fail to deal with the true cause of prostate enlargement. Best part? The ancient Eastern formula explained in this letter will let you pee like a racehorse, without pain or discomfort, allowing you to sleep like a baby and wake up feeling refreshed, energized, and ready to enjoy the day. Dear friend, please read this letter carefully, because if you want to reduce the size of your prostate, pee without pain, and sleep like a baby, it'll be the most important thing you'll ever read. I heard my mom scream, "Oh my God, your father's dead." Yet the truth is, when my mom found Dad passed out on the bathroom floor, bleeding from his manhood, my dad would probably have rather died than endure the trauma that came his way in the next 24 hours. You see, shortly after my mother got the fright of her life, having found Dad barely conscious, in a pool of blood, my father ended up in a hospital bed. A team of nurses frantically hooking him up to machines and IVs. Doctors running endless tests. And the worst part? Well, that had to be when two nurses held him down and another shoved a huge catheter right down the end of his penis. As he screamed out loud, almost reduced to tears by the pain and embarrassment. It broke my heart to see how in less than a year Dad had gone from a few mild prostate issues that caused him to pee more frequently, to life-threatening blood loss and a total inability to pee on his own. I genuinely feared it'd be the last time I'd see him alive. So many thoughts ran through my head. Wasn't it normal for a guy in his 50s to pee a little more often? How did my once fit, strong and healthy dad, who'd only recently retired as the hard-working captain of our local fire department, end up in hospital fighting for his life? Stripped of his dignity, a shell of the man he once was. The most soul-destroying part of it all was that none of the doctors, not even the main specialist in the entire hospital, knew how to bring my dad back. Even today, I still feel traumatized when I think back to what Dad went through that night. The reason why I'm sharing this story with you today is because of Dad's near-death experience, caused by his enlarged prostate. Actually led to the discovery of a totally safe and natural solution that countless thousands of men have already used to completely reverse their prostate enlargement, allowing them to pee freely and easily, and sleep through the night. An ancient Eastern formula that shrinks your prostate, helping you pee like a racehorse. Contrary to what the medical industry has led you to believe, their dangerous drugs and horrific surgeries are not the solution to your prostate issues. In fact, some of the world's leading scientists have now proven that Big Pharma's expensive pills and procedures don't even deal with the root cause of BPH. And in the long run they actually make it worse. The real root cause of prostate enlargement and BPH lies in a recently discovered, yet still little known, hormonal imbalance. A hormonal imbalance that's actually the exact opposite of what Big Pharma wants you to believe. And once you address this hormonal imbalance, not only will you pee without pain or discomfort, and sleep through the night without needing constant bathroom breaks, you'll also regain your sex drive and performance. Your energy levels will soar, and you'll get your old confidence back, allowing you to live your life with freedom, exactly the way you want to, without constantly having to worry about where the nearest bathroom is. And this safe, natural solution will work. No matter what your age, whether you're 40, 50, 60 years or older. No matter how long you've had prostate problems, be it weeks, months or years. And no matter what drugs, surgeries or natural remedies you've tried before. In this free presentation you'll discover How Big Pharma's prostate drugs actually make your problems worse. New research from some of the world's leading urologists have proven that these drugs almost never work for anyone in the long run, and eventually give you more harmful symptoms than before you took them. The shockingly low success rate of prostate surgeries, and how you can end up both impotent and incontinent when they go wrong. The real reason why Big Pharma wants you to bounce from medication to medication, and has no real interest in making your prostate issues better. Unfortunately, many well-meaning doctors are in on this scam too, oftentimes without even realizing it. The terrifying connection between Big Pharma, Big Government, the mainstream media and your prostate issues. Hint, they're all in on hiding the root cause of your suffering, for reasons that'll blow your mind when I explain them shortly. How you can get your hands on the ancient Eastern formula that'll completely fix your prostate issues, in as little as 30 days, for less than the price of a cup of coffee. Of course, I understand that you might be skeptical right now. However, you need to keep reading this free presentation because it's already helped over 53,764 men aged 40 to 50 plus to safely and naturally reverse their prostate enlargement, getting back the kind of flow they had in their 20s. And I urge you to stick with me right to the end, because I don't know how much longer this presentation will be online. So if you're done with feeling like a medical guinea pig, paying thousands of dollars a month for a never-ending merry-go-round of toxic drugs that don't even work because they treat the wrong issue, and nightmare surgeries that can go horribly, painfully wrong, then read on carefully. Because I'm going to personally show you how to completely reverse your prostate issues once and for all. Imagine sleeping through the night and waking up feeling energized, refreshed, and mentally clear. Being able to rise to the occasion and have fantastic sex whenever you and your wife are in the mood. Living life totally on your terms, free to do whatever you want, whenever you want, without the constant urge to pee, without the stress of having to plan every journey around inconvenient toilet breaks, and without the indignity of dribbling in your pants after straining to push out a pitiful drop or two. What men are saying about ProstaClear. Jack from New England says, "My father is 77 years old and a Vietnam vet. 6 weeks ago he was on 3 medications for his prostate and his problems were getting worse. He was waking up 4 or 5 times a night to pee, and it was making him mentally foggy during the day. However, since taking ProstaClear his issues have mostly gone away. He's only waking up once during the night, he's full of energy during the day and he's regained his mental sharpness. He can't wait to go to the football game this weekend with me and his grandkids." Peter from Texas says, "I received my supply of ProstaClear on January 22nd. I'd been experiencing pain when I pee, and I was waking up several times a night to visit the bathroom. Doctors weren't sure what was going on, and meds weren't working. I figured I had nothing to lose by trying ProstaClear, but I wasn't expecting much. However, by the time I took my 4th capsule, my flow was stronger and I was feeling the urge to pee less frequently. And just 3 weeks later I'm symptom-free. I am not usually a believer in holistic efforts, but credit where credit is due. This is effective. I feel like a younger man. I'm ordering another supply, as this one is about to run out." David from Florida says, "I wanted something to stop me getting up at night several times with a very uncomfortable urge to urinate. I was leaving work meetings unable to last an hour without going to the bathroom, which was noticeable and embarrassing. I was desperate for a solution. Nothing else had worked. Yet I can tell you that after several weeks of using ProstaClear, it started to work and has totally helped me. I now rarely have to get up at night, and I can confidently sit through work meetings without needing bathroom breaks. I even sat through the movie The Irishman last night, and it lasted 3 hours and 30 minutes and I did not get up to pee." A $20 billion drug and surgery business built on a foundation of lies. Hi, I'm David Stevenson and I never thought I'd say this, but Big Pharma has put a target on my back. If you're a man over 40, then you need to hear this. the ugly truth is Big Pharma doesn't want to fix your nagging prostate issues, because when you're in pain, struggling to pee 15 or 20 times a day, and sleeping terribly at night, they know you're desperate for a solution, and they know you'll spend thousands of dollars on their dangerous drugs and scary surgeries. Every man who listens to his doctor and takes the prescribed prostate meds is likely to wind up emasculated, broke, and still living his life as a slave to the toilet. Tamsulosin costs several $1,000s a month, and can cause drowsiness, blood pressure issues and impaired sexual function. Alpha blockers such as alfuzosin cost upwards of $3,000 a month, give many men headaches and can leave you dizzy, tired, and nauseous. Worst part? None of these drugs work in the long run, for reasons I'll explain shortly. And don't even get me started on surgery, which sometimes involves ramming a large rod down the end of your manhood, or forcing one up your backside, leaving you emotionally scarred, forever. These surgeries regularly go wrong and can leave you impotent and incontinent, for life. Living in shame, having lost your dignity, wearing adult diapers, till the day you die. As you can see, Big Pharma doesn't want to tell you the truth, and they don't want to make you better. Because the prostate industry is worth over $20 billion a year and growing. They want to keep you in the dark. They want you to be obedient and do as you're told, because that way you make them richer every year. I know this to be true, because they tried to do it to my dad. Dad was a shining example of what a man should be. Fit, strong and healthy. He served 33 years in the Park Ridge, Chicago City Fire Department, 15 of those as the captain. Bravely putting his life on the line to save others, every single day. The greatest man I ever knew, who'd always been there for Mom, me and my brother, was now a broken man, too embarrassed to go out in public for fear of somebody noticing his bulky, adult diapers, pressing up against his pants, constantly visiting the bathroom to force out a few painful drops, only to then dribble uncontrollably afterwards. And if that wasn't bad enough. Several weeks earlier, at Dad's retirement party, Mom and I found him unconscious, curled up on the bathroom floor, bleeding uncontrollably from the most private part of his body. It was heartbreaking. I don't want any other American man, or his family, to go through what Dad did. I remember it like it was yesterday. 7 days after Dad retired from his 33-year career in the fire department. We held a retirement party for him, so his fellow firefighters, friends, family and members of the local community could celebrate his career and say, thank you. Mom had spent months preparing, constantly worrying that the party wouldn't live up to expectations. But it actually got off to a great start. From 6 p.m. onwards everyone was chatting, drinking, dancing and having a good time. However, at 9:49 p.m., Mom and I realized that the guest of honor, Dad, hadn't been seen for over 20 minutes. We set off to look for him. And a couple minutes after we started searching, Mom screamed, "Oh my God, your dad's dead." A few seconds later that's when I saw him.